Hello and welcome back to a fun and exciting episode of Revelations, brought to you by Inspired Creations, HOM. I am the most influential speaker from the House of M, and today's episode will be fantastic. I have action figures that I want to show you, and I've had a few inquiries, and when I say few, I literally mean few. But a few inquiries about stuff in my personal collection. So usually in Revelations, I show you things that I go out there and just pick up from the wild or in the retail setting, stuff I buy at conventions and stuff like that too. But I've had some people ask me about, hey, show some of your stuff that you already have had in your own personal collection. So I have a special fun piece that I want. Okay, stay on topic. I have a special fun piece that I want to show you today from my personal collection that I bought years ago. And if everyone likes what they see, I might continue to do that. Show you some of the other pieces that I have. Notice I call them pieces because these things are still in package. Mint condition, at least I think they are, as close to it as they can be, or as great a condition as I can afford. But I'll be showing you some pieces from my own personal collection too. So let's get started. Again, they're all action figures today, and they're all kinds of fun ones. We got Star Wars represented, we got Secret Wars represented, we have Godzilla represented, and Masters of the Universe. Let's take a look. Okay. First coming up is a recent piece that I just picked up. This figure is kind of, I dare say, hard to find in this kind of condition. Specifically, the paint job on his eyes. This character is called Mantenna. He is from the Evil Horde from the awesome Masters of the Universe vintage lines. This is the stuff that came out in the 80s, all right? So I picked this up from a fantabulous comic book shop called Lost World of Wonders. They just reopened, a little while ago because of the virus situation, COVID virus. In the reopening, they have limited visitors that can come in. So I came in and I threw down thousands of dollars. I'm kidding. I wish I could though. But I threw down money when I saw this in their glass case. This is Mantenna. And again, it's just a fantastic condition. It's in fantastic condition, I think. But the part that I usually, and it comes cool in this like acrylic case, and that kind of neat. The figure is usually hard to find in this kind of shape because again, it's the eyes. Look at the impeccable paint job that still exists on those eyes. It's almost flawless. I mean, the figures. Usually they have the ears on the backs of these figures. Let's see. Mattel, 1984 people. My God. So for a figure to be in this kind of shape is amazing. And look at the action feature. Look at the action figures. This is so flippin' cool. There's the eyes that shoot out of his head. The joints are nice and tight on this figure. I'll back him up so you can see it a little bit. The legs, this figure can stand on his own. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. That is just amazing. That is Mantenna. I picked him up at the store. He's missing his crossbow that he came with, but I'm trying to slowly buy the Masters of the Universe figures, the vintage line, the ones that came back, in the 80s, and this one in 1984. In the original shape like this, in the best shape I can find them anyway. If they're missing accessories or weapons, so be it. But this one I had to pick up. It was quite a deal. Mantenna, Masters of the Universe, just glorious. All right, this next piece I'm going to show you is the one I was talking about earlier, and this is from my personal collection that I got years ago. So this is something, again, usually Revelations, I want to show you stuff that I just recently picked up, or got it, as gifts or whatnot, something like that, stuff that's recent that was given to me. So this one I bought on my own. It's been in my collection for a while. And I just kind of wanted to share this with you. And again, if people if you want to see more stuff from my already vaulted collection, is what I'll call it, I'll be glad to show you. So this one is from the Phantom Menace, Star Wars, and it is, if I can show you, Darth Maul. So I remember buying, I don't know how many of these figures. And at some point in my toy collecting career, I sold a lot of them. So I only have like a handful left. And that's saying something. I bought easily 20 Darth Maul figures easily. And now I think I'm down to like maybe 5, maybe 4 even. But this is one of them. So I pulled this out of the old vault here so that you can see this, but never been opened. The card is in pristine shape. It looks beautiful. I love the artwork right there with Darth Maul. But this is an original. Again, still in package. There he is with his double-bladed lightsaber. Very, very fun to look at. Comes with the Comtech chip. That was all the crazy, thing back then when these figures came out. Again, there's the back of the art that you saw already. The 10 Jedi Master Points. I don't even know what those were. This is the Comtech card reader. So that reader that on this side here, you could put into there, and it says lines from the movie. This one's showing Obi-Wan saying, "You will be a Jedi. I promise." And Darth Maul's chip, if I can get that on camera, says, "If the trace was correct, I will find them quickly, Master. At last we will have revenge." So that's dumb. I think so anyway. But there's the figure Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace, and this piece is from my personal vault. Next piece is vintage as well, and I picked this figure up from the same comic book store, Lost World of Wonders. This is from the Secret Wars line. This figure is, of course, Iron Man. Now, in this figure is based on the comic book series Secret Wars, the original one, in which case Rhodey was actually in this armor. So it's not even Tony Stark in this armor. This was Rhodey. He donned the armor, got banished to the Secret Wars battle planet, that kind of stuff, and very, very cool. But I picked this one up, much like I mentioned with Mantana. It is almost, I don't want to say impossible because here it is, but to get this figure so clean. Usually the paint is scraped up because as a kid, you played hard with these things. You gave them a good uppercut. You had the blast gun in their hand and went dush, 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 those kinds of things. So I know my own Iron Man from a kid does not look like this at all. The other thing that is almost always scratched up is that part right there. The logo on it, not the logo, the chest, what do you call it? The arc incinerator? I don't remember what you call it. That piece right there is always scratched up, and his helmet is always scratched up too. And look at that. It is clean. It is crisp. The only scuff marks, and I haven't even tried to wipe this off yet because I think some of this can come off. I should have probably cleaned it. But there's some dust particles right here. Again, not a big deal. You can barely even see it on camera there. And this is a high def camera. It's supposed to be anyway. And then a little scuff mark on his leg here that I'm going to try to scratch off on camera. And look at that. It goes away. So, look at this figure is fantastic. The joints are epic. They're very, very stiff. I'm going to show you how stiff it is because it's going to stand up on his own. Look at that. Let me back the camera up just a little bit. There is Iron Man from Secret Wars, vintage line. Had to pick this up. I have a couple other pieces in the vault that if you like this piece right here, if you like him, let me know and I'll show you some of the other figures that I have. They're all loose. Maybe I have some carded. Again, let me know if you want to see some of the vaulted characters in my collection. But this one I just recently picked up from Lost World of Wonders. It's Iron Man from Secret Wars, baby. Next up is this little fun piece. Again, hey, I love the store. This was also picked up at Lost World of Wonders. This is the Halloween Comic Fest from 2019. So that's last year. This is Mechagodzilla, the shadow version. So I have it angled like this because it kind of helps minimize glare, but it's very, it's basically like a black metal version of the Mechagodzilla figure. So I'm trying to give this in a couple of viewpoints here so you can see it. With the lighting and glare, it's kind of rough to see it specifically unless I open it. And right now I don't have plans on opening this bad boy. But look, Mechagodzilla is always been one of my favorite Godzilla villains. And I mean, I love Godzilla to begin with. So that's a stupid angle. I love Godzilla to begin with, and there's just nothing cool about this version of it because I love mechs as well. So for all intents and purposes, this is like a flippin' Godzilla mech suit, you know? Just very, very cool. So Mechagodzilla, picked this up from, I guess, I don't even know what Halloween Comic Fest is to be perfectly honest, but it's from Minimates, or Vinimates. It says Vinimates there. I thought it was Minimates. It says Vinimates. Sure is Sherlock Holmes there. What? That was a stupid reference. Here's the back of it. Mechagodzilla Shadow version again. Posable head. Very, very fun. But I had to get this. Only $10 over there. Only $10. That's crazy. From Diamond Select Toys. Shadow version. Mechagodzilla. And we're going to wrap up the show with this little piece. This is Godzilla from the 2016 movie. I had to get the Shin Godzilla, right? This is I picked up from Lost World of Wonders again. I believe I did. I don't have a price tag. Maybe this was, you know what? No, I take that back. I apologize. This was from Target. So Target has some cool Godzilla figures that they're releasing too. And you know, when the movie it's pushed back, it's not going to be released, I think, until next year now. But Godzilla versus King Kong, when that comes out, these Godzilla figures are going to fly off the shelves. But I've always been a fan of Godzilla, so I saw this one I'm going to open. So without further ado, we will get a very close look at this figure right here, Shin Godzilla. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hands up, honeys all around. In your territory, yes, I'm in your town.
There he is, Shin Godzilla. Let's take a good look at this guy. Oh, look at the details, insane. Let's actually get him on camera here. I can see it. It's kind of hard to tell with the camera. There it is. I'll try to focus it a little bit better. But there's a little white dot for the eye. Can you see it right there? That's pretty cool. But very, very classic look for the Shin Godzilla version because he had these little white eyes. There, look, that's a better shot right there, I think. But very cool. He's got the red, the fire flames in there, the edge of his tail. Look at this. This is very, very, very cool. And let's see what we got for articulation, if any. Tail doesn't move. The legs move. So we can do kickball. So both legs have quite a bit of range of motion there. You have him sit like that or whatever. So those moved. His arms are way too small. They probably won't move. No, they have give because of the plastic mold. Jaw doesn't move. No head articulation or anything like that. Scales don't move. There's no sound or anything. It doesn't do sound effects. Would be awesome, right? But very, very cool nonetheless. This is going on my stand with my other Godzilla figures from the vault. But very cool. Look at that. So awesome. That detail's incredible. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Godzilla, Shin Godzilla, coming at you. Who's seen the movie? It was pretty good. I remember seeing this. We took the family to see this movie in theaters. So we had a good time. Had to pick this up. Shin Godzilla. I don't have any figures for him. I don't think so anyway. So anyway, this was small enough to display with my stand, and he'll be a very welcomed piece. Shin Godzilla. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of Revelations. I hope you had some fun with this. Let me know if you have any of these figures or if you want them. They're very, very cool looking. Let me know which figure that you saw today was your favorite. Let me know if you own them. I'd love to swap stories. I love to swap action figure stories, especially from things from people's collections. Very, very fun to do, I think anyway. And to do that, you can email us at iceboxcast@gmail.com. That email again is iceboxcast@gmail.com. Give us some comments. You can also post comments and questions on the link of this YouTube video as well. I'll reply to all of them, I promise. And enjoy the show. Let me know what you liked about this thing too. So I'd like to take some time to plug some of my other stuff. Please don't mind. I know the show's over, but it's more fun content for you to see. The best way to follow us is on Facebook. If you have a Facebook account, you can follow us there. I post all the links to our podcasts. We do podcasts. And I also do some vector art, specifically artwork to output on a machine called the Cricut. And we use those Cricut art pieces to create like decals t-shirts, hoodies, little black bags that you can use to carry cell phones or wallets or car keys, all kinds of fun stuff that you can do with the Cricut. But yeah, that's the best way because I post all that stuff on there. So follow us on Facebook at Inspired Creations HOM. That is on Facebook. The Facebook page is Inspired Creations HOM. Give us a follow there. I'm trying to reach 200 followers. You'd be a welcomed addition to the cast, and you'll see all the cool, fun content for that. I think that's about it. Again, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Again, give me comments, give me questions. I'll reply to them all. Let me know what you think of the show. Let me know what you want to see. Until then, you're still going to see more fun stuff that I buy and purchase, and then you'll hopefully see some more stuff from my vault. As I just drop it and bend the card, probably. No, it's perfect. But yeah, I'll show you cool stuff from the vault and all this other fun stuff as well. Where else are you going to see this stuff, right? Somewhere else on the internet. I get it. Where else are you going to see me though, right? I appreciate the views. I appreciate the support that you do for the show. If you're on this show, if you're seeing this for the first time, subscribe to it. Get those little alerts so that you'll know every time I post a new episode here. And check out some of the older episodes too. It's a lot of fun. At least I think so. And remember, the most important thing you got to remember, it is never too late to create. Have a good day.